10 Dark Reasons Why Your Partner is Ignoring You, and what it really means. Have you ever found yourself staring at your phone, waiting for a reply that never comes? Or lying in bed beside someone who feels miles away, emotionally cold and distant? That ache in your chest, that sinking, nagging feeling, can be one of the most painful parts of any relationship. Being ignored by someone you care about deeply. Being ignored hurts. It makes you question your worth, your place in their life, and even your sanity. But here's something important you need to know. Being ignored is often more about them than you. And when someone you love constantly ignores you, it can reveal truths, dark, unsettling truths, about their intentions, their character, and the state of your relationship. Let's take a deep, honest look at 10 dark reasons why your partner might be ignoring you. This isn't to scare you, but to help you understand, to make sense of your pain, and most importantly, to empower you to make informed, self-respecting decisions. 1. They're emotionally checking out. This is often one of the first signs that something is wrong. They stop asking how your day went. They barely react to your jokes or stories. Conversations become short and dry. When someone is emotionally checking out, it means their heart and mind are slowly slipping away from the relationship. They're no longer invested. And instead of talking about their feelings or ending things honestly, they slowly disappear emotionally. They withdraw affection, connection, and interest, leaving you confused and lonely. This emotional distance often shows up in silence, and that silence is loud. 2. They're punishing you. Yes, unfortunately, some people use silence as a weapon. It's called emotional punishment, and it's a form of manipulation. Instead of expressing what upset them or trying to resolve conflict, they punish you by withdrawing communication, affection, or presence. It's their way of saying, "You messed up. Now suffer." This silent treatment can make you feel like you're walking on eggshells, desperate to win their attention again. But real love doesn't punish. It communicates. It works through problems, not around them. 3. They're hiding something. Sometimes, when your partner is ignoring you, it's not about what you did, it's about what they're doing. They may be keeping secrets. Perhaps they're hiding an affair, financial problems, lies, or even emotional connections with someone else. Avoiding you gives them a way to escape confrontation or guilt. The less they talk, the fewer chances you'll have to uncover the truth. Their silence becomes a way to hide the truth. 4. They've lost respect for you. Respect is the foundation of love. When respect fades, everything else begins to fall apart. A partner who no longer respects you might ignore your opinions, your emotions, your needs, and even your presence. You may feel invisible, like your voice no longer matters. They stop valuing your role in the relationship and treat communication as a chore, or worse, as unnecessary. And without respect, love cannot thrive. 5. They're entertaining someone else. Let's be real. Sometimes, when someone is ignoring you, it's because they're giving their attention to someone else. It may not always be physical cheating. It could be emotional, flirting, texting, confiding in someone new. Slowly, they invest their energy elsewhere, and you start to feel like a burden instead of a priority. You're not imagining it. When someone starts acting distant, it's often because something or someone is taking your place in their heart. 6. They enjoy power plays. In toxic relationships, some people use silence to gain control. By ignoring you, they get to dictate the terms of the relationship. You're left guessing, worrying, chasing their affection. It's a mind game. And unfortunately, they enjoy the upper hand. They like seeing you anxious and unsure. This kind of behavior is rooted in insecurity and a need for dominance, not love. A healthy relationship is built on equality, not power struggles. 7. They're testing you. This might sound childish, but it happens more often than you think. Some people test their partners by withdrawing, going silent, or acting distant, just to see how much you'll fight for them. It's their way of asking, how much do you really care? But instead of being open and vulnerable, they use manipulation to seek validation. It's emotional immaturity dressed as a loyalty test, and it can drive even the strongest person to emotional exhaustion. 8. They don't want to be with you anymore. This one's hard to hear, but it needs to be said. Sometimes, the silence means exactly what you fear. It's their quiet way of trying to leave. Some people are too afraid to say, "I want to break up." So instead, they slowly fade out. They stop talking, stop trying, Stop caring. They're hoping you will be the one to end it, so they can avoid the guilt and discomfort. It's painful. It's cowardly. But it's real. 9. They're emotionally immature. Not everyone knows how to handle conflict or emotional intimacy. Instead of having difficult conversations, they run. They shut down. They avoid. This kind of emotional immaturity means they don't know how to process feelings, especially uncomfortable ones. So instead of resolving issues, they ignore them, and you, altogether. But no matter how much you love them, you cannot build a healthy relationship with someone who refuses to grow emotionally. 10. They're using you. This is perhaps the darkest reason of all. If your partner only reaches out when they need something, money, comfort, physical intimacy, a place to stay, but ignores you the rest of the time, then sadly, you are being used. You're not their partner. You're their convenience. And when you're no longer useful, the silence becomes deafening. Real love is mutual. It gives. It shows up. It doesn't just take and disappear. So what can you do? If you're in a relationship where you're constantly being ignored, emotionally starved, or made to feel invisible, please understand, you deserve better. You deserve to be heard, seen, valued, and loved with consistency. Here's what you can do. 1. Speak up. Share how their silence is affecting you. 2. Set boundaries. Don't tolerate emotional punishment or manipulation. 3. Reflect deeply. Ask yourself if this relationship is truly serving your happiness and growth. 4. Seek support. Talk to a friend, counselor, or therapist. 5. Know your worth. You were not created to beg for attention, love, or respect. Final thoughts. Being ignored by someone you love can feel like a slow emotional death. But understanding why it's happening is the first step toward healing and clarity. These dark reasons may be painful to face, but they shine light on what you may have been denying. You can't force someone to treat you right, but you can choose to protect your peace, honor your heart, and walk away from what breaks you. Love should never leave you questioning your worth. If this spoke to you, share it with someone who might be going through the same thing. Healing begins when we stop blaming ourselves for the silence we didn't cause and start choosing the love we do deserve. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more.